Can y'all hear sound? There we go. What about sound now? All right. I don't know if I had sound or not, but anyway, hey, listen. Yeah, windy Southeast Florida. Okay, so let's see if you can hear me now. I hope you can. I think you can. You should be able to, but I will just double check. All of our friends down in Florida, I have a couple friends, personal and in our community, and etc. It's really awesome to see that you are on, and Jim actually is a member as well. You can see the little symbol next to his name. If you want to join, become a member, look down below here. It's probably a join button. Come join us for a little bit, learn a little bit about what it's all about. Greetings, Mike. Good to see you. Of course I didn't have sound. Are you kidding? I'm not going to have sound. That wouldn't be me, right? There we go. Calm, overcast, 𝐞𝐚𝐬𝐿, British Columbia. Yes, I hear you, dude. Yes. And excuse the dogs in the background. They're going crazy. I don't know why. I'd probably see a dog somewhere. So there you go. Hopefully we got sound. Okay, hopefully that's all better. Okay, good. We can hear you. There you go. All right, hear you fine. Good. Sounds here. All right. And here we go. Okay, so, and we got a couple friends out there not feeling well, Heather being one of them, and Miss Jolin, members in our community. I hope you all are doing fantastic and well. Glad to see everyone and hope everyone is safe. Let's see here. Oh, look at there, Ross. Good to see you. Which is actually tomorrow, right? So there you go. So good we can watch replays. Yes, I agree. Absolutely. And Richard's over there rubbing it into everybody that he's over there in California. So yeah, today's show. I like what Jim put at the start. What is this about cold storage? I think I had to really double check. I had to go check and see if I misspelled it because I've been known to do that. But no, we're talking about cloud storage today. I really wanted to touch on some things, and cloud storage or backup storage. So I wanted to look at these and see and get some opinions, see what you guys use, see if you have something that you use specifically. Do you use stuff for and we're going to talk about backup versus usable storage, etc. And I'm going to talk about a little further, but let's get into first. I want to share my screen. I want to share just a couple. These are just some. This is not by any means a complete list, but these are very common ones and popular ones, at least here in the United States. I'd be curious to know and see and hear if these are very popular in other parts of the world as well. So I will be sharing my screen. There we go. I'm sharing the screen. This is cloud storage from Google. This is just straight up cloud storage. Then there is Google One that has storage. Then there is a good example is Dropbox. This is one that we started using at work a long time ago. So I have both Dropbox, a personal account, and a work account, as well as Google, because I'm a Google fanatic, as most of you know. You also have Microsoft OneDrive that's out there that's available. Then there's box.com that they have out there. That I had a box.net account many, many years ago. Lots of choices out there for sure. Amazon cloud storage. I have no idea if this still is on or if anybody uses it or what's up. And I know they got something with their photos as well. But there's all kind. And I'm real curious to hear and see what anybody, if anybody, uses any of these. There's one called iDrive that's been around for quite some time. That's another one. Obviously, if you're an Apple user, you have iCloud storage, at least a minimum of iCloud storage, and then it goes from there. And then here's just something that I saw on a website where they had our top 7 picks. This is, I believe it's PC Magazine, where they talk about Microsoft OneDrive, iDrive, Google Drive, Dropbox, Spider Oak. Never heard of that one, but it shows up in there. Box, and then Apple iCloud. So really today, I just wanted to talk about storage, usable storage. Like I said at the very beginning, I use Dropbox and Google Drive both to store things so I can access it from wherever I am located, whether I'm on my laptop, Pixelbook, etc., etc. Obviously, with a Pixelbook that I have, it's easier. you have to download a special app or something that allows you to use Dropbox or something. I don't even use it on there. But your phone can have an app that has it, so you can have access that way. Lots of different things out there. Oh my goodness, lots of things. So here we go. Let's get to what some of you guys are saying. Richard says, I have a remote hard drive, cloud storage, and a backup SSD drive for my phone. There you go. There you go. I use Google, OneDrive, and iCloud. I avoid Dropbox because it's confusing. There you go. Also use Google One, Amazon Prime Photos. There you go. We use AWS for WordPress website backup. There you go, which is the Amazon one. Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive, and I even have an iCloud account. There you go. Wow, that's quite a few there. So, yeah, so one of the things that I love the Geeks on Tour group, and Jim, who specifically you're here today. I'm sure Chris may be there with you, maybe not. But one thing that you guys always brought home that I always like, and I try to reference this whenever I'm helping people as well. But the term backup, if you're saying that if you use one thing, here's the way I explain it. If you're using one thing, then you don't have a backup, because what if that one thing goes away? So if you think about it, like let's say I just use Dropbox and I have everything on Dropbox, not even stuff on my computer, but just on Dropbox. And I say, that is my backup. Is it really a backup if you don't have it somewhere else? The key is 2. The number is 2. So TWO. So I just wanted to emphasize that. And Chris has always mentioned with the Geeks on Tour group, she has always mentioned that it's not, like with Google Photos is a perfect example. This is your backup. Well, what if Google Photos goes away? It's not really a backup. It's just a way for you to access, and hopefully they don't ever go away. But a true backup would be kind of what Richard was talking about when he was talking, and said that he has a SSD drive, a backup SSD drive for his phone, or cloud storage, and then a remote hard drive as well. So, yeah. And Jim says Dropbox is our business network server. There you go. Mike says, longtime Dropbox fan for day-to-day file use across multiple computers. I also have iCloud for backing up photos and settings for my iPhone, iPad, plus Google Drive for sharing some files. There you go. Awesome. And Jim says Chris is there too. That is dangerous in cloud storage. They are all pushing us to not store files locally anymore. Yeah, they're really making a push for that, huh? And then Sheila says, I agree, Mike. The thing is you have to just be, my thing is if you truly want a backup, make sure that you have 2 equal copies somewhere. That's the key to me in my thought process, and what I wanted to share, kind of go over and share today, and see what you guys are doing and using. I tend to use external hard drive for backup along with Google Drive and Dropbox. To me, backup means off-site. Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, even if you had it in 2 locations, what are the chances that Google Drive and Dropbox go out of business at the same time? But great point, valid point. I like the idea of making it local on a hard drive somewhere, storage somewhere. I think it's a safe bet and a good way of looking at it. And I like and I like the way he says to me. He's saying that's his thought process on that. Hey, listen, I agree. I think it's important though that we think about that, because think about stuff that there's so many times where even on your phone, you have stuff on your phone and you download something, you're looking at something like it might be a PDF file and all that kind of stuff, and you have it on your phone, then your phone completely dies and they cannot get the information from that phone onto elsewhere. So it's probably not a bad idea to back up all of the folders or files that are stored on your phone to some sort of hard drive or some kind of backup system. Let's see what we got here. I do still use external hard drive for my important backups and the computer itself, the iMac. Jim says backup used to be reliant on the restore process. Now it's mostly copies. Great point. That's a valid point too. That's something to think about as well. And I agree with you totally. I mean, the terminology has totally changed because that's what we do. We change meanings and stuff, all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to get an external hard drive, Andrew, then use the other options for overflow. Yeah. Mike even says I aim for 3 model. The local copy plus 1 cloud offsite plus another in-house network backup NAS sync. That is really good. I mean, you're really trying to make sure. I'm just curious now that we mentioned all this, and Mike, you bring up a good thing, a good point here. You got it in 3, the 3 different places. How often do you have to do that, to make sure that things are current? Because I guess when you update, you're only updating files that need to be updated. If it's already on there, it doesn't update. I'm guessing. So yeah, just because it's synced doesn't necessarily mean it's there. Kind of what Jim was saying with his backup method and what it used to be and what it is now, which is very, very true. So true. I agree. We're talking about, if you just got here, this is going to be a short one today, because I don't have Heather here to talk bad about me. No, I'm just kidding. No, we'll get to the backstage pass with the community members here in just a little bit, but cloud storage or backup storage, that's what we're talking about today. And not necessarily how about and? I think it's kind of good to have both, use some backup storage, have cloud storage. I love keeping my stuff in the cloud, but at the same time, you have to weigh that, and some people just don't understand that. What does that mean? It's in the cloud. I don't know where that is. I mean, seriously, because you may be watching this and say that, but we would love to have some comments. If you have some comments afterward, don't hesitate to put them in there and ask me your questions about that. Let's see what Ron says over at Tech with Seniors. Google Drive, 2 terabyte, $100 a year. Dropbox, 2 terabyte, 156 a year Canadian. Why use Dropbox? Yeah, makes sense. And my thing is, move to America. It's a lot cheaper. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking, of course. No, but yes, exactly. So, and some of the storage you get is free, depending on how much you use as well. So all of that takes some consideration as well. Let's see. And you got my Samsung portable SSD hard drive, T7500 gigabyte for phone, is $77 on Amazon. There you go. Yeah, exactly. And it's a one-time buy, I'm sure, right? Or is it a monthly or yearly, or what is that, Richard? I think that's the hard drive he's talking about, or the portable hard drive that he's talking about. The cloud one is Auto Magic, right? It does it in real time. And when I turn on the seldom used computer, it spends the first few minutes syncing Dropbox files. Yep. NSA sync is less frequent. Gotcha. That makes sense. Totally get that. Understood. I like that. Yeah. One-time payment, Richard said. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Good stuff. Yeah. Nice setup, Mike. I agree. Yeah, he's got that all figured out. But yeah, no, and sometimes you have to think about, one thing we tend to forget about is stuff that, like I mentioned, the phone, or if you have an individual laptop somewhere where you're downloading there, but it's not synced to Dropbox or anything like that, and you have those files or folders, or you downloaded something onto one of those and you have it on the physical product versus in the cloud or something, that's something to consider too. As far as backup, get a backup somewhere. That's always my thought and suggestion. I know that a lot of times, because we're all reliant and counting on the web to always be there. A lot of us don't even know or have not been around. A lot of us, some of us younger folks, not me, have been around when there was nothing but cloud storage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some people use devices, I know, at schools and things like that. They're on Chromebooks and drives. It's all that way. There's nothing held local on a Chromebook, etc. So, and that's mainly, I mean, well, there's lots of reasons for that and stuff, but a lot of schools and stuff, they have to watch what's being downloaded, etc., and that kind of thing. And some businesses have that same perspective. So yeah, I'm going to start wrapping this up. If anybody has anything that they would like to add or interject before I get going, please do so right now. And if you're watching this later, I would love to have some comments and give me your thoughts or what you use, or if you're rewatching this, love to have that info. Just so I can keep track and I like to kind of get an idea of what it's all about and what other people use, because you may use something that I don't use, and I would love to have that info. So yeah, if you can get that to me, that would be awesome. Let me see. Let me get this set. See if there's anything here before I check off. No, looks good there. And one more comment maybe. Oh, look at there. Jim, how nice is that? Look at there. Super chat. Thank you. Good stuff. Well, you know what? I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Save your money. Go get some plywood because you're going to need it. He's down there in Fort Lauderdale. I assume you guys are in Fort Lauderdale right now. Please take care of yourself. Be safe down there. All of our friends in Florida and coming up the coast, coming up right to us, actually. It's coming up our way, looking at the little radar thing and stuff. So just keep an eye out and prayers out for some of these folks that are dealing with some of that stuff. Also, thank you guys, any community members and you guys. I love seeing your comments and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so I love seeing the icon that's next to the name you can see right there. And those are members. I see Donna. There's a member right there. Yeah, we got some members. And lots of members watching, which is great. But we'd love to have you become a member. Or if you don't want to become a member, that's fine. But keep watching. We'd love to have that too. And looks like it should be a lot of fun, and get some comments that way. All right. Jim says, one last note. We probably have less weather than you will later this week. Yeah, no point. I mean, a great point. Excuse me. No point. Great point. Yeah, absolutely. That's true. We'll probably have a whole bunch here that we're probably not used to where you are a little bit. It's never fun. I know that. All right, let's do I'm going to do the outro. We'll get you members in the backstage pass. We'll see you guys there. And thank you, everybody, for watching. And we'll see you next week. Hopefully, Heather's feeling better. She'll be back with us. Thanks, everybody.